Welcome to Sisonga Soars. We are currently at the Women in Aviation International 2022 conference. Say hello. Hi.
Hi there, my name is Tara Saraki.
Ms. Becca Sewell.
Farrellyn Hertz.
My name is Kelsey Howe.
Julia Sisonga. What made you start your aviation journey?
My aviation journey started as a young child looking at airplanes in the sky, wanting to be in them and even go to outer space. It continued on through middle school when I did a research project on Amelia Earhart's life. And then I went to a community college where I found that they had an aviation pilot training program, and the rest is history.
I knew that I wanted to do something with aviation, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to be a flight attendant or a pilot or a mechanic, but when I was in high school, I took my first discovery flight. Sitting on the airplane, being in that airport environment, I knew that I wanted to do something with aviation.
I went to the summer camp. It was my first flight ever. I'd never been to the airport. I've never been on a plane. I actually initially wanted to become a nurse. They told us we were taking a flight. I cried in the jetway because I was simply not ready. And the pilot herself came out of the cockpit to greet me. And she was the first African-American female captain at Delta. And that completely changed my life. And when I saw her, I saw that I could do it too.
I started in an office job right after high school. My uncle bought me a discovery flight. I went up with a CFI, and after that I fell in love and knew that flying had to be part of my career.
I was inspired to get into aviation by my Uncle Scott. Taking off is the best feeling that anybody could experience. Currently, I am instrument rated pilot, but I am working towards my commercial.
I am a certified flight instructor with my instrument rating, working on my multi-engine.
Initial CFI right now.
I am a certified flight instructor and I'm working on my instrument rating for that.
I currently have my commercial airplane single engine land. Next up is multi-engine.
I did all of my training through a university. I had 0 hours before I came into school, and I went to Oklahoma State University.
I was part of the group that started the MSU Denver Women in Aviation chapter.
I did my flight training out of Ideal Aviation out of the St. Louis downtown airport. I went through Part 61, but my flight school now has 141.
What are some of your career goals?
Becoming a captain at a major airliner, just so I can say hello and thank you again to Miss Stephanie Johnson for changing my life that day at camp.
Right now I am trying to get to Alaska to gain experience flying in the bush, and I would love to go fly for a manufacturer and possibly corporate flying one day.
I am not sure yet. I've looked into corporate and the commercial side, so I'm still trying to figure that part out.
I am dead set on getting a corporate job and being more interpersonal with my clientele and working in that part of aviation. What advice would you give younger you?
Advice I would give younger me would be to apply for as many scholarships as possible.
To be patient.
Enjoy every part of flight training.
Not be afraid of trying new things.
Completely out of your norm and how uncomfortable you may be. The days keep going and you can keep going too. The next day you can look forward to it.
Build up that self-confidence, knowing that you've been given all this training, you know what you're doing, you're a pilot in command, you've got this.
And you have to get out of your comfort zone a little bit.
No matter how hard it gets, no matter how confusing it gets.
None of my family is in aviation, so it was really hard to just even break into that industry.
Make sure that you're doing your due diligence and studying.
Even if I'm ready to move on to the next step, because it goes by very quickly, and I know I'll look back and reminisce about those days.
Stick to your guns. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not able to do something that you have your heart set on, because the world is your oyster and you'll be able to do anything that you put your mind to. What's some advice that you would give a younger individual trying to get into aviation?
It's important to reach out, and it's okay if you don't know anything about aviation yet. We have an amazing community of people here that are always willing to help.
Get those scholarships, they're out there if you look for them.
Get a female role model first and foremost. That is like the most important thing.
Someone who's going to support you, encourage you, and give you advice along your way so the going isn't as rough.
Young women in aviation, we can do it too.
Find a mentor, go explore, and have fun. Aviation is all about connecting and having fun together. So.
We can do anything and everything that we want.
Women in aviation, we have to stick together.
Do not feel like you are not supposed to be there, because you are there, and that is enough.
A few things that I've done to help out the aviation community is lots of volunteering.
Just being a part of different groups in aviation, that wasn't necessarily because I was a pilot.
Continue to do work with nonprofits that inspire the youth the way that I was inspired.
We're just trying to reach out to our local communities and get more people interested in aviation.
And connect with people that are in the aviation industry who are not just pilot-based.
And be able to share the gift of flying that I've been so blessed with.
Just keep going.
What brings you to the Women in Aviation 2022 conference?
I'm just coming back from my third year, trying to make some more friends, network a little bit, just because I am such a low-hour pilot.
It really is a great opportunity to network.
Support and encourage other girls as they're going through their training.
Connections right now will definitely cement a job in the future.
And it broadens your horizons on what a career could be in aviation.
What's it like being such a badass?
I couldn't tell you, you tell me.
Do you want to ask me to ask my question?
I think that was pretty the sum of it, right? Yeah, I think that's the sum of it.
We love supporting the women.
I got concerned that it wasn't recording.
Okay. What was the question again?
I noticed that during like the last couple of questions, I was like,
Good, Julia. It's recording now.
Yeah.
Got a lively bunch over there.
Actually can juggle, and it is my special talent.
I didn't notice. I was looking at myself the whole time.
In aviation with all facets, just, I don't know why I just did that. I'm cutting all that out. So, yep, that's cool.